Hello, listener. My name is Ni Adeleye. I am the President, CEO of Perfection Real Estate Group. I'm a real estate developer and a project manager, a financial literacy and a wealth coach. And the purpose of this presentation is for me to help you gain understanding about how to change your life through real estate. Now, I've been in the real estate industry for close to 15 years, and of course during those periods I've acquired so much experience and I understand the Nigerian real estate industry inside out, and that is why I've decided to operate Perfection Real Estate Group and of course give you a better life through that medium. Let me introduce Perfection Real Estate Group to you. Perfection Real Estate Group is a complete one-stop real estate consortium that seeks to innovate and provide solutions to the real human problems in the real estate sector of our economy. Our mission is to make home ownership and participation in the real estate sector more accessible to Nigerians. Why are we a complete one-stop consortium that seeks to innovate and provide solutions to the real human problem in the sector of real estate? Why are we so particular about making home ownership and participation in the real estate sector more accessible to Nigerians? Why should you be interested in this thing we're talking about? How can you change your life in real terms through real estate? What is the thing that is prompting us to be taking this action by providing solutions? I would like to make you to understand some things about the real estate sector in Nigeria, concerning some statistics and the real challenges of the real estate industry in Nigeria, and that will make you appreciate the reason why we're talking like this. Now let's examine real estate investing in Nigeria. A statistics says that less than 2% of Nigerians are investing in the real estate sector, and over 98% of Nigerians either lack financial capacity or knowledge, or worse still, both. And of course, because the economic power of the Nigerians have been greatly eroded, over 90% of Nigerians cannot take advantage of the benefits of the real estate sector. Let's talk about a United Nations report on Nigeria. The United Nations Department for Economic and Social Affairs says that by year 2050, Nigerian population will be 400 to 450 million, and the third largest population in the world, behind China and India. And more than 60% of our population will be youth. Now, this invariably means that there will be further pressure on demand for land because of population growth. So there will be more demand for land. Just take note of that. Thirdly, let's examine the housing problem in Nigeria. Now, currently, the housing deficit in Nigeria is anything between 17 to 20 million deficit. That means we need about 20 million housing units for Nigerians, for majority of Nigerians to be accommodated nicely, right? So that is what we're talking about when we talk about housing deficit. We need at least 1 million housing units every year in Nigeria so that we can catch up with the deficit within the next 20 years. But I can speak to you right now, either it is the government or private developers or whosoever, none of us have been able to deliver 50,000 housing units annually, while we need 1 million housing units. All of us put together, that is the government, the private sector, either it's foreign investors or whatever, no entity or group has been able to deliver 50,000 housing units in Nigeria on annual basis when we need 1 million. So that tells you that this is a serious issue that needs to be looked into by each and every Nigerian. Now, every form of government intervention into the housing sector is going to cost government nothing less than 100 trillion. Our budget as of today is less than 10 million for all the sectors of the economy, and a single sector is asking for 100 trillion. That invariably tells you that it's not a problem that government can solve. That is about the housing problem in Nigeria. Let's talk about the challenges of real estate. Number one, real estate is capital intensive. Real estate requires huge and humongous amount of money to play in. We're talking billions and trillions when you're talking about real estate. So because of this capital intensive nature, many people are not able to play in the field of real estate. In Nigeria, we have land and property acquisition problems. That is, acquiring property and doing the necessary things that you need to do to obtain real ownership is always a problem. We also have the government policies that is not friendly, and encourages people to, invest in real estate. We have the Nigerian credit system. There is no easy access to finance. It's either finance is expensive or it's bureaucratic to access. So it makes it a big challenge for people to be able to, invest in real estate. Then, of course, corruption is in every sector in Nigeria, and it makes things much more difficult for us to attain. And the real estate sector is not an exception. Then, worst of all, we have ignorance. For me, ignorance is the greatest problem and the greatest challenges in the real estate sector, because what you don't know, you cannot take advantage of. What you don't know, you cannot know how to go about solving the problem. So, and that is why, that's a real big problem. Now, these are the real human problem we're talking about when we talk about the real estate sector in Nigeria. Now, the solution, of course, is what Perfection Real Estate Group is all about. Now, let me now tell you more about Perfection Real Estate, who we are, our mission, and our products, and you will appreciate it better, vis-a-vis the statistics and the challenges I have just put before you. Now, listen. Perfection Real Estate Group is said to be a complete one-stop real estate consortium that seeks to innovate and provide solutions to the real human problems in the real estate sector. Now, those problems and statistics that I have featured before you are the real human problems in the real estate sector, and that is what we seek to innovate and provide solution for. Our mission is to make home ownership and participation in the real estate sector more accessible to Nigerians. I don't know whether it's beginning to make sense to you right now. I told you about the low percentage of investment by Nigerians. I told you about the housing problems and so many other things like that. So our mission is to address directly those problems. And what have we done? Of course, we've created these products to address the challenges in one way or the other. Our products are real estate investment opportunities, exceptional home offers, land investment offers, ambassadorship certification programs, and real estate wealth academy. Now, in brief, I will go into each and every of the products and briefly tell you the areas that we are trying to address, the problem we are trying to address by those products. Now, real estate investment opportunities. Real estate investment opportunities. This is aimed at encouraging you to develop a mindset of saving and investing in the real estate sector towards the attainment of financial freedom through real estate wealth. The purpose of this is just nothing but to encourage you to increase the number of Nigerians that are engaged in investing in the real estate sector, knowing fully well that only less than 2% of Nigerians. We want to be able to increase Nigerians' investment portfolio to like 20% of the population, 30% of the population. Then that will be a good show. So that is the reason for this product. And what have we done? Of course, we have established a legally registered real estate club. A real estate club that has been established for the past 7 years at the stable, and of course, we are investing, in real estate. You can join as a member and invest in real estate through this platform. We have packages under this platform, that is investment vehicles, that will definitely change your fortunes. We have the ordinary investments that makes you a real estate investor irrespective of your monthly investment and a multiple of 2,000 naira. We have fractional project ownership investment scheme that makes you a part owner of our infrastructure projects, with investment in multiple of 50,000 naira. We also have Platinum Wealth Builders Investment Scheme. This makes you a co-visioner with Perfection Real Estate Group with investment in multiples of 1 million naira. All this has been put together to enable you, no matter the level of your income, to participate in the real estate sector. Number 2, we have exceptional home offers, which is aimed at making it as easy as possible for you to become a homeowner. Of course, this is also addressing the housing issue we're talking about. The housing, the almost 20 million housing deficit that we have in Nigeria. So it's to make it as easy as possible, for Nigerians to become homeowners, knowing fully well that will help the economy as a whole. Now, of course, we have brought up these housing delivery systems to make it easy. We have Build Now. Build Now is a way for us to give you land to start building while you are paying for the land. That is Build Now. The conventional housing delivery system and Perfection Betonic housing scheme, they are all mass housing approach to helping to make it easy for people to be able to obtain homes. We have standard house types made up of apartments, bungalows, and duplexes. These have been developed to make it so easy for our numerous customers and Nigerians to be able to afford housing, qualitative housing, and of course, relatively cheap, right? Now, we also have, as a means of making it easy, a 5-year payment plan that comes with our housing scheme automatically. That is further making it easier. We also have an approach that we call microfinancing, which helps us to secure finance for you to be able to fund your housing, on a regular basis. This also is available. We also have mortgage plans for people who qualifies for mortgage to be able to access finance to obtain, their own homes. So these are the approaches to make housing easy for people to attain, for Nigerians to be able to have, homes. Because when we have homes, it helps our economy and it helps the security of our nation. And that is why we said your need for a home is in our hearts. Now let's go to land investment offer. Land investment offer is aimed at encouraging land banking towards a secured future economy and generational wealth transfer. I have already analyzed before you the population of explosion that is coming to Nigeria. That is, in the next 30 years, Nigeria will be nothing less than 450 million people. That will engender a lot of more demand for land. right? And that is why it makes sense for you to bank in land right now. Don't have the mindset that I have already have a land and I've built my house. No, invest as much as possible in land. But of course, some people will be like, I'm afraid of having invested in land, and that is why we have brought up the perfection estate concept. The perfection estate concept, which is conceived in fulfillment of our vision, which is to make home ownership and participation in the real estate sector more accessible to Nigerians. The perfection estate idea provides opportunities and a platform to invest in land, building, and of course, home ownership. Perfection estates will be gated estate communities which will comprise of residential, commercial, educational, institutional, sporting, and recreational facilities, as well as excellent security system. Now, this is a concept that we have developed to make it easier for people to invest in land, right? Because of course, investing in land can be a little bit problematic, to those who don't know how to go about it, and that is why we go in advance. We go to strategic locations, strategic economic location that has economic future, to invest in lands. We have land properties, in Lagos, in the best places in Lagos, and of course all over Nigeria. Of course, we're going to strategic places to own land so that you can be a part of investing in lands, right? Because we go ahead and remove all the risk elements that may likely give you problem if you are to go on your own to start buying land individually. But we will have gone ahead to use our experience, to use our connection, and so forth and so forth, to remove the risk elements and help you to invest safely for the future. And of course, by so doing, you are already securing the future economy. When the time comes and the population has increased, definitely a lot of people will be looking for the land that you have invested in today. And that is why your future economy is secured. And of course, even if you are no more, you get, our children can take over from us, and that is what is referred to as generational wealth transfer. Even your children's children can also be a part of this wealth. That is the reason why we believe, in land investments, right? So these are different locations that we have land properties in, for you to invest. We have in Bejuleki, we have in Festac, we have in Ikorodu, we have in Ogun State, we have outside Lagos as well. Strategic locations that is promising, for the future, and that is how we invest. And of course, you can be a part of that too. We also have Ambassadorship Certification Program. Ambassadorship Certification Program. This is a training, certification, and accreditation program leading to the status of being addressed as a perfection real estate ambassador with all its full privileges. Now, after this training, what's ambassadorship all about? Ambassadorship is a business system approach aimed at rewarding you financially and setting you on a pathway to financial freedom, for spreading the news about our brand within your own sphere of influence. It's like you partnering with us, to spread the news about us within your own sphere of influence. And through this, we are able to build for you a business system approach, a business system that gives you both active and passive income. So, and of course, the ambassadorship also affords you to be able to become an investor and also a business owner. And these are the two elements that you need to obtain financial freedom, because the business system you build will give you both active and passive income for life, for the rest of your life. That is the potential that this product affords you. It makes you a business owner, it makes you an investor, and you are able to achieve financial freedom because you are able to spread the news about our brand within your own sphere of influence. Now let's talk about Perfection Real Estate Wealth Academy. Perfection Real Estate Wealth Academy. I also told you as a challenge to real estate ignorance of the people, and that is exactly the reason why we have Perfection Real Estate Wealth Academy. Now, this is a real estate capacity development institution that is molding and raising real estate business owners, investors, wealth builders, and portfolio holders, and what have you. Now, the essence of this academy is to impart knowledge into people. We want people to know as much as possible about real estate. An average Nigerian should understand what real estate is all about. Like they have the knowledge to operate their smartphone, like they have the knowledge to operate any ATM. That is how we should possess the knowledge of real estate, so that you can be able to take advantage of the opportunities that real estate has to offer. It doesn't really matter whether you want to become an entrepreneur in real estate, whether you want to become a professional in real estate, whether you want to just build wealth, whether you want to have the knowledge of how to hold portfolio in real estate, and so on and so forth. This institution is established for you to take advantage and to gain knowledge of the real estate industry. The more knowledge we all have of the real estate industry, the better for us, because our lives revolves around real estate. Everything we do revolves around real estate, and if you have a knowledge of it, you'll be able to know how best to take advantage of these opportunities in the real estate sector. I hope with this presentation of mine, I have been able to open your eyes on how to change your life through real estate. Now, if you want to contact us, of course, get to www.perfectionrealestategroup.com. www.perfectionrealestategroup.com. Thank you very much. I appreciate your listening. Thank you very much.